getting to know you.
All right, so we're continuing our Getting to Know You segment with our new upperclassman English teacher, Mrs. Witz. So, Mrs. Witz, what were some jobs you had before teaching?
Well, before I was a teacher, I actually started off my career as a magazine editor, and then I became a rock journalist. And then, because I made no money at that, either one of those, I became a registered nurse. So I was a NICU nurse for a long time before I went back to teaching.
Well, that's really cool. You kind of got to experience a bunch of different fields. So what's like the main reason that you went into teaching?
Well, I have 3 daughters, and so as they got older, I became really fascinated with what they were learning and why. And so I went back and got a master's in teaching, and I taught so I could have a school schedule so I could be home with them and make sure that they were learning what was important.
That's so sweet. So we've heard that you had some really interesting hobbies. Do you mind sharing some of them with us?
So as my students know, my biggest hobby is that I'm obsessed with Pomeranians. So Pomeranians, if you don't know them, are small, fluffy little dogs, and I have a bunch of them. Right now I have babies, but we show our Pomeranians. So right now, my big Pomeranian is actually at the Summer American Pomeranian Club specialty, and he just won Reserve Dog today.
Well, congratulations on that. Besides the shows, do you have any other like events or things you do with your Pomeranians?
We do agility, so they run agility courses, and we do rally, so that is when the handler and the dog kind of go through a course together. And we also do obedience, but they are not very good at that.
All right, well, thank you so much, Mrs. Witz. That's all that we have, so back to you in the studio.
So you may be wondering what's happening with fall sports, and here to talk about it is our new athletic director, who you might already know, Mr. Scott. So let's welcome him in. What's up, Mr. Scott?
Not much. How are you?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good.
Yeah.
Bored?
So, how are you liking being the athletic director?
It's a lot of fun. It's really challenging when we don't have students on campus, but it's a lot of fun. I've been involved in most sports here for as long as I've been here, so it kind of seems like a natural fit for me.
Okay, I see. You're liking it. That's good. So, what is happening with sports this year?
So, North Point is having sports. We posted blasts on our Instagram page. I had our coaches send out text messages, emails. We communicated through band. All of our teams are already set. Cross country had a meet 2 weekends ago and again last weekend. Volleyball played their first game of the season last night. They'll play another game tonight, and they play one home game on Thursday. And football season starts on October 2nd.
I'm happy to hear that the sports are still going on and that the activities for those are still going on. So a lot of people might be wondering, including myself, how many people can attend each sport?
It's a great question. For our home games, it's quite simple. We're going to allow each athlete to invite up to 4 guests into the nest. So when volleyball is playing a game, they can have up to 4 people there to support them. And when it's football, we're going to allow up to 6 people, a little bit bigger area. It's open so we can fit more people in there. Unfortunately, when it comes to other schools, I don't have very much control over it, so that's going to be communicated to the individual athletes every week as far as how many people can attend and what the requirements are.
I'm happy to hear that people can still invite their family and friends, but it is a limited amount to stay safe. What are you going to miss from being a teacher?
Probably the thing I'll miss most is putting kids on trial. That was always not only my favorite unit, but the kids' favorite unit. And it's amazing how many of you snitch each other out at a moment's notice.
I remember how fun that was in 8th grade government. He was a pretty good teacher. Now you're athletic director, so that is exciting. Thank you so much for joining us. And that's all we have for you. So make sure you're checking your emails and our social media. Why? Because we're always on air, online, and on you.